Good morning. Well, things are going quite well with this, and I just wanted to drop in again and show you a little bit about how much I love fabric and the different characteristics that fabric has, and why it's fun to try and achieve um, the texture with charcoal and various other things. So I'm going to show you how I messed around with that. Enjoy it. So this one here, which I, of course, the top of the shoulder matched with the edge of the hood, and it was really fun doing that in the last half hour. So I think what we'll do is try and form this top of this shoulder to show you just how that works. So you think of the shoulder coming out of the sort of cuff edge of the tunic, and the shoulder would sort of come round like this, wouldn't it? So because of the way the fabric's formed in this sort of hatched sort of weave, then you can use those hatchings to describe the way the shoulder moves round at the top. And so naturally, if you were looking at that in a perspective, it would kind of go round like this, wouldn't it? So if you can allow the pencil to kind of like describe that shape, which is really useful with this fabric, because otherwise, um, if it was plain cotton, you wouldn't sort of have this opportunity to create this or give life to the shape. And it doesn't really matter at this stage how the edge of the shoulder is defined, because that will be married with the background. All the edges, for example, are sort of played around with the mist at the back, coming over the edge of the shoulder, and you kind of tease the edge of this with little marks, so that it kind of disappears back into the rear of the frame, as it were. So the dancing light across here defines an edge, but then it sort of smokily disappears over the shadow of this one, like that. And this bit here could just be hinted at as dropping behind the shoulder, and then along the back of this bit is quite sharp, and then the weave of this piece is sewn into the back of there, so that that area will fold in to that seam line, and then where it sticks out over the shoulder, you'll have shade to define that. Always remembering that the subtlety of that last bit, even though it's likely the picture frame will come here, or the mount, or whatever the commissionee, however they want to display it, it's still worth playing with an edge, even though it might never be seen. Right, so let's back to this one, and then we know that the hatch will be like this, so the lines will come down this way. And remember that all the marks that you make are not written in stone, it's only dirt. And that'll rub off, and you can change it and mess around with as much as you want. And already, because of the way that the natural way that charcoal pencil is, it's already with two simple directions of pencil, this way and this way and this way, it's already getting the basic sparkle that you see in other parts. And so what you kind of do now is, knowing that this edge of this piece comes swooping down and tucks under the armpit, so all of this area here will naturally be dark. Always keeping the pencil light, not too heavy with the stroke. Can build up the tone gradually. And then you can go in, because the pencil itself has established different marks here, you can then just go in and enhance the little points of or flecks of fabric that the charcoal has naturally shown. And I won't do the whole shoulder here because it's going to be mega long. You'll probably see it again in the next session. That's a lovely little line there. That's I'm going to let itself establish. And so you're kind of dancing the pencil around these little shapes. And then, as that's getting to look quite good, we go back to our simple chalk, and then just highlight some of those little areas that the pencil hasn't covered as it's hatched the directional lines. And if anything, the chalk gives that crucial component to making an area of drawing interesting, because otherwise this might be super dull and it's not going to really sort of be very... I mean, I find that most surfaces in most areas of the drawing, for me personally, have to be interesting to look at. The textures, the dance of light across the face, all of these things are important in getting the drawing to spring to life. And it's about just teasing those edges to just bring a little bit of life to it. Now, because the background is, I've got a feeling that shoulder is a little bit too high, so if I establish, say, that line there and work away at the background, and then, so let's see, here we go. We soften the mist in the background of the picture a little bit. And then I'll decide, when I step back and look at it, I'll decide whether or not it's too pale, whether I want to darken that up there. I think I probably might. But for the moment, I know that I've kind of got the shape of the shoulder defined, and I might well make this this darker. This is just a roll of paper, look, and it's an awesome piece of kit. So let's get this back again. Never be, I don't know, anxious about creating dramatic marks and having the courage to make those marks. I can always put the white back over this if it's too heavy. When I step back at it and it's too heavy, right now, and then we go back on here. Establish the shoulder again, the edge of the shoulder, and I'll play around with going in and out and back and forth until I'm happy with the position of this shoulder, even if it will be lost in the dark shade at the bottom. And then the crucial test is to step back and see if the magic has worked. And I think anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll catch you again tomorrow or the next day. Otherwise, be well and do well in all that you do. Bye for now.